Alicia Baumgarner is returning to the ring, and she's going to be featured on a card that will once again be an all-women's event. And she very well may steal the show, because the Bomb is always in for a good affair when it comes to boxing. Alicia is one of the most exciting fighters in the women's division of boxing because she gives it her all when she enters that ring, and she usually leaves no stone unturned. She likes to go for the KO. And in her weight class, that power means something that she brings. Let's talk about her return to the ring. Ever since her title-winning effort against Terry Harper in November of 2021, Alicia Baumgarner burst on the scene as an exciting fighter in the super featherweight division. She has had her ups and downs in the sport of boxing, but has still maintained her championship position in the sport. Now that the sport is truly heating up as far as women competing for championships, she is right in the center of things. And recently, having signed to MVP, she's going to get an opportunity to return to the ring in July on the Netflix card that will feature the trilogy match between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. You see, when you have top-notch women like this fighting, there is nowhere to go but up. And again, after facing the likes of Harper, we have seen her go in against the likes of Michaela Mayer, where she earned a decision over Mayer. And though I thought that fight was close and it could have went either way, it was a split decision victory in October of 2022. And the entire build-up to the fight was amazing, as Baumgartner and Mayer had an Ali Frazier-like disposition toward one another, trolling each other, sound bites, you name it. What they did miss out on was facing one another for a second time in a rematch that could have netted them both a great deal of money and raised their stock in the sport. For whatever reason, the rematch didn't take place, but it would have really been exciting to see those two mix it up again. And then there were other bouts that she fought against the likes of Michaelit, and she went in there against her and had an outstanding fight. Elham Michaelit, she won a unanimous decision against her, and Baumgarner hasn't looked back. But the only thing is, she has not been as active as she really needs to be as a world title holder. Now, I do understand that super featherweight division kinda doesn't have enough of the people that you would like to see in there, but her challenge that is coming up is going to maybe test the waters for Alicia. Now, what does that mean? Jennifer Miranda, coming out of Spain, is a fighter that is equal in the dimensions as far as Baumgarner. She's 38 years of age with a record of 12-0 with 1 KO, and she's 5'6", an orthodox fighter. She has a big right hand, and she's a tough fighter to boot. Most of her fights and wins, again, being decisions, but her ranginess, ability to throw those punches from distance and have a little bit of power on them, have made smaller opponents a little bit weary of her. Now, I will say this about Alicia. Alicia likes to get in and, like I said, pound. She will go for the KO. And when she throws her shots, she throws them with bad intentions. So that record of 15-1 with 7 KOs is nothing to sneeze at, because when we look at Alicia and how she's performed in the ring, she gets it done. But there's something else that factors in here, and that is she is coming into this fight with something a little bit different than what we have seen from her before. Her last fight was a no contest in September of 2024 against Delphine Persoon, where a bad cut was opened up over Persoon, and they elected not to continue with the fight because of the cut, and it was ruled a no contest. Baumgarner is looking to do something different, and I believe she's going to tap the waters of this fight with something that no one saw coming, but it may be advantageous to her, and that's the fact that she's going to have Derrick James as her cornerman. Now, that is an interesting change, because she was with the Haney camp and Tony Harrison, but there have been changes. I don't know if she's trying to improve technique or if she's trying to just learn from different gurus who can add to the game that she already has. Now, we do have to acknowledge that Alicia is the undisputed champion at super featherweight. She holds the IBF, IBO, WBC, and WBO titles. But if James is going to assist her in elevation, what she may want to do is work on that stamina a little bit, because the stamina is an issue, and it has been plaguing her in her fights that go beyond the KO area that she usually gets people out of there. Now, according to an article written in Boxing Scene, the link will be in the description box. She has enlisted Derrick James to help her, a former 2023 Trainer of the Year. And the article goes as this: as Baumgarner, who's 15-1 with 7 KOs, will defend against Jennifer Miranda, who's 12-0 with 1 KO, on the undercard of Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, 3 at Madison Square Garden. She is going into this fight, and she is listed Derrick James at the World Class Boxing Gym in Dallas as her new trainer. She says, a solid addition, even a stronger foundation. They'll be ready for July 11th. What I'm interested in seeing is she going to run numbers with her punches and not look for the KO as much, but look to set her opponent up with sneak shots, being able to touch here, touch there, boom, then drop a good solid shot. It remains to be seen. We'll have more of a breakdown on this, but it's exciting news to see that the super featherweight champ will be returning to the ring with a new wrinkle in Derrick James as her chief second in the corner. I know that Derrick James has taken a lot of flack recently, and Alicia has taken some social media flack recently. She even had a situation where there was some kind of test where she popped positive for, and now seemingly has gotten beyond that. Boxing is weird, but we hope to see her show up on that all-women's card and perform to the capacity. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about Alicia Baumgarner returning to the ring on this big card. Do you think she's going to score another knockout? We'll be there to tune in. Leave comments and let's discuss. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.